Best looking sports classics. Let's go. For our first vehicle, we have the Pegassi Monroe, and before I continue to talk about it, be sure to drop a like if you guys enjoy, and subscribe if you're new. We're going for 100k this year. But continuing on, the Monroe is a bit of a forgotten vehicle, kind of for good reason, because it sucks. Visually, I think it's definitely carried by its stock body shape. It's just really unique. Compared to other like sports classics cars that are, I think, more boxy, it's just got like a very laid back look to it. It's got a similar style to the old Ford GTs, like the 2000s ones. And I think that makes it, it's just a cool body shape. I mean, that's really all there is to the car, to be honest. It's pretty sporty looking in comparison to other sports classics, and it works with a lot of good rims. Like the ones I have on my car are tuner rims, which are, you know, probably not the go-to for sports classics. It can pull off both the thicker tire choice as well as thinner ones. And I think it's cool because it works in brown. I think brown is a hard color to pull off in GTA, and the Monroe actually does it really well. But the customization is a fat L. Pretty much everything about the car sucks, aside from the fact that the stock body shape looks good, because there's nothing you can do to the car. That, and it's cheap. It's only $490,000. But moving on to our next car, we've got the Lampadati Casco. The Casco puts the classic in sports classic. It is what you think of when you think sports classic. It's just kind of, I don't want to say bare bones, because it's not like it's naked. It's got, similar to the Monroe, it doesn't have very much customization, but I think this car has a lot more to it than the Monroe does. First of all, it's one of the best sounding cars in the game. I know that doesn't contribute to the looks, but you kind of like gas it up in your mind when you hear the sound, and you're like, wow, this car's so cool, and then you like the looks more, and you pay attention to the nice parts about it. So and it does have a lot of nice features from its stock body shape. It's got all the chrome trimming that you want. It's got the round headlights. It's just a really sleek looking car. It looks nice in both bold colors like red, yellow, I think some of the warmer tones, and then I would probably like the Casco you can really throw in like any color and it looks good, which is a really nice part about it. This is one that I would definitely throw on thicker tires for, because the low profiles just don't seem to, it just doesn't really fit the style. Like it pulls off that old-timey style really well. And if you're looking to buy one, it's going to put you down $904,000. For a third vehicle, this should come as no surprise to anyone unless you're thinking it should be higher on the list, but it's the Benefactor Sterling GT. This one is chef's kiss. It's so versatile. I've got a race car build on mine. In the past, I've always kind of gone for like a more sleeker, like a classy city sort of build, like James Bond kind of thing, you know, put it in like a gray. I don't think it looks the best in gray or like silver. It looks good, don't get me wrong. It looks fantastic actually. But then I think you kind of mix it up with other sports classics cars and it doesn't make it stand out. Like for example, if you put it in a dark gray or silver, then it's just gonna look like the JB700. I think these two look pretty similar on the front end at least, and that's definitely not what, it's not maximizing the potential of this car, because this one has such a unique shape. That super rounded back end, like a half dome on the back end, is really cool. The headlights on the front are also really cool. You can add more in the customization. It's got a good bit of customization, including a tire that you can throw on the back. I forget if that counts as the spoiler, but I think it looks so damn good, and you can't do this with every sports classics car. It's quite a rare customization option, and I think that one, like that customization option alone, bumps it up to like easily top 5, you know, if not top 3. I think that being able to do as many sort of builds as you can with the Sterling GT makes it look nice. It's also got HSW if you play on new gen consoles. I play on PC, so I don't have HSW upgrades, but I think HSW can add some more customization options. Correct me on that if I'm wrong. But it's just a fantastic car. It's fun to drive as well, which makes it more likable, maybe gasses it up in your mind again. And on top of that, similar to the Casco as well, it's one of the best sounding cars in the game. And if you're looking to buy one, it's going to put you down $975,000. For number 2 spot, we have the Declassy Mamba. The Mamba looks so cool. It's kind of embraced the small look while looking like it's supposed to go fast. Like it's got that giant vent on the hood, and the back end is, it kind of like sharpens out, like it becomes pointier on the back end than the rest of the car, which is pretty rounded, and it's like giving it speed lines, and I just think that looks really cool. Now the Mamba doesn't have a ton of customization, which is unfortunate, but I think it's less bare bones than the Casco and the Monroe, which are also sports classic cars that are carried by like their stock body shape. Those ones are more bare bones. You can't, you know, there's no cool body modifications. They're just very like a box. Like, here's your box. That's what you get. You know, the Mamba has, it's like rounded in all sorts of places. It's got a really cool shape. The lights on the Mamba just look spectacular. It comes with the huge side exhaust, which looks so cool. That part is definitely needed because the car might look too small otherwise. Like, it kind of fills out the body shape. And I love that there's chrome trimmings everywhere. Enables all sorts of rim usage in chrome. Some of the ones that are less used in the game, like, can get used, like the, I don't know, big Mambas, for example. That one's easy. But those don't get used as much, and I think it's made for the Mamba. But you could really put on like anything, like any sort of chrome rim works on this car. Low profile tires, high profile tires, it all looks good. And I think one of the best features about this car is that it embraced the topless kind of thing. Like, we've been getting a lot of convertibles in GTA, and no one likes convertibles. That's some pussy shit. The Mamba is a Chad topless vehicle, is not afraid of people's judgment. And I think it makes for a very satisfying purchase. I've owned a Mamba since I bought it like 7 years ago, and I've not once sold it. I've never considered selling it. The Mamba will always have a place in my garages because it's so fun to drive. It just looks cool. It's just a nice vehicle to own. It's nice to look at. Like, you never get tired of the Mamba. And the last thing about the Mamba is that it looks good in most colors. I would say it excels with bold colors like the yellow that you see on screen, red, blue, yeah, sure. But in my opinion, I think it looks best in the brighter colors because then it gets to show off all of its flashy body features and shapes and whatnot. And it's fast as in a straight line. And if you guys are looking to buy one, it's going to put you down $995,000. And our number one spot should be no surprise to anyone. It's going to the Grotti Cheetah Classic. And this one, like the rest of the sports classics cars, has a beautiful looking base model, but this one's got a ton of customization, like a lot of customization. And not only that, but the customization options are good because not all cars with a lot of customization have good customization. Hot take maybe, but the Torero XO has a ton of customization, and I don't think all of the pieces work well together, that sort of thing. The Grotti Cheetah Classic has fully avoided that problem. Everything works together pretty much. It looks good with or without a spoiler. Most of the liveries look good. It looks good in all sorts of colors, of course, because it's a Ferrari. Ferraris tend to look good in all sorts of colors. And it's got really cool looking pop-up headlights. Not like the Turismo Classic, which didn't make the list because I know it's the Ferrari F40. I feel like it's been dumbed down in GTA. It just looks sad. It looks really depressed. Not the Cheetah Classic though. This one looks energetic. It's like, if this was the Testarossa in real life, I think it would be a much more popular car. And the cherry on top is that it's one of the fastest sports classics cars. And it's a nice drive. And those are important in enjoying and appreciating the look of your car so that you can spend more time looking at it and less time trying to control it. Oh, last thing I'll say about this car is that the louvers on the back, in my opinion, are a must-have. I think it just adds so much to the car. Like, it fills out the back, it gives it some more design shape. It's just a really cool body piece that you're going to be spending a lot of time looking at, so I would recommend putting one on. And if you guys are looking to get this, it's also under $1 million at $865,000. Somehow it is cheaper than the Mamba and the Sterling GT and the Casco. That's pretty insane, no? Anyways, that's gonna wrap it up for our best looking sports classic cars in GTA Online. Be sure to drop a like if you guys enjoyed the video, comment down below, and let me know what your favorite sports classics are, what you would like to see for the next top 5. Sub to the channel if you guys are new and would like to see more content like this, and that's about it. Till next time, take care. Peace.